Summer is calling and the end is so near. It's time to look back on an eventful year. Brooke has final exams. You know what we'll do? We'll check in on some youngins. They're a delightful crew. So let's reintroduce some of our very best. They arrived in Evanston this year, and they came with such zest. Here are three of our super Sophs, Kenna, Ava, and Kate, to review their first year and tell us why it was great. Andiamo. Okay. Welcome to Whiskers.
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
This is Whiskers 2.0.
2.0.
Brooke's not here.
New and improved.
So we have the super Sophs.
I know, actually, I love you. Oh my god, yeah, we are sophomores now.
We have Kenna.
Gosh, wait. Hi.
Kate, who we've met before.
Yes.
And Ava, who we've met before, but who's going to run the show a little bit.
Yay!
So, we are at the end of the term and the end of the school year. Summer vibe here. Kenna, you have one more test.
Correct.
In?
Organic chemistry.
I have one more in chemistry as well.
And they are when?
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
And we're recording on Friday.
Yes.
So you have like 4 or 5 days left.
Yes.
We're cooking
And
in
then
the
we're going
library
home.
right now. And then we head home.
And Ava, what do you have left?
I'm actually not a bum. I still have an exam and a paper due on Tuesday.
I have a lab
night.
report.
And
Oh, I have a lab report as well.
so we got stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
But
have
it's
stuff.
Friday afternoon. And we're ready to cook a little bit.
We're ready to
Yeah.
have some
Chef
fun.
it up. Yeah.
We're singing Frank Sinatra. We're going to the Sissa and Kendrick Lamar.
Shout out to
concert.
They're watching this.
I know
by
they're
the way.
tuning in.
What's up, guys?
Okay. So we thought it'd be good just to talk about the end of our first year, beginning of the second year, and the State of the Union here. So, Ava, are you going to ask some questions?
Yeah, I guess this first question I have that I totally thought about ahead of time is just, does anything stand out for you guys from this last year? Like any super fun memories? And we can start off pretty light. So something serious, not serious. Be funny.
Not serious.
Not serious. Only funny, good vibes. Like anything that that was fun from this year. That was a highlight for you, you know?
One of my biggest highlights was probably when we first got here. Well, actually, not when we first got here. I guess like a month in when us and all the freshmen moved into one big dorm and we had a suite all to ourselves, and that just became our little home. We
Right.
really inhabited that place.
Sweet home Slivka.
Yeah, so many other funny memories just took place, but living together, it was really wholesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Really fun. I think it was just a great time to bond and
Yes.
really get to know everyone.
Yes, in 2 years a year from now we'll be living together.
Yes.
Once again.
We're all in the same house.
Yes, we will.
We're back together.
Yes, recently leased.
Yes, recently newly leased. Pro tip, look for your junior year house your freshman year.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're so organized.
Yes.
So organized.
Prepare ahead of time.
Love
Very
it.
much so.
A funny memory? Like I have to think of something funny.
Well,
That's when you're just a good.
What's
just
a
a
heartwarming
good
to you?
memory.
Heartwarming.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we were actually fun. This is just a fun extra tidbit. We had a bonfire our class did last night, which was a lot of fun. So that wasn't fun, but it was fun. But that wasn't the
Like so hard.
Yeah, she loved
She hated it.
But then Kelsey, who's just in here actually, she's like, What do you think about your first year? And I was really thinking about it. I was like, and I brought up like the bus rides. I was like, the bus rides were funny.
Yeah.
Or like after Illinois State, we were like singing in the bus, and I was like, that's fun. Like this was just like a good time. And then there was another one. Maybe because I was told I had a good seat on the bus. So this is why I like this particular bus ride, but it was the Ohio State Penn State trip because they had the couches in the back. I was like, this is so cool. Like, this is awesome. But it turns out that I just had a really good seat on the bus. So
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, you did.
And that would be one of my bad memories.
Yeah.
One of Kenna's good, but it's okay. When you sit on the bench next to the porta potty, so you get hit with the door every time someone has to pee, it's not a good memory.
On a 5-hour bus ride.
Yes.
5-hour bus
Liv and I
ride.
were on the floor and in a rotation because this bus was just filled with sofas. It was one of the most uncomfortable bus rides of my life. But
I'm glad it was good for you.
I'm really happy Kenna loved it.
Great.
All right. Well, let's talk about, let's see, classes. Harder or easier than you thought they would be?
I think it was like what I expected. What I didn't think was, or what I guess the most shocking thing for me was how quick you have to like learn the content. Like people say, oh, it's like 10, 11 weeks, but you don't realize how quickly that goes until you're actually in it. And then you're like, wow, I can't like put off studying or put off doing my homework because you like have a midterm every week. Like this quarter I had a midterm every week. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this quarter is just overwhelming in that sense. So I think that was like the biggest surprise or shock, and like what it made it so hard is like I have like friends on a semester system that's like they can space out and like not put off studying for an exam until like a few days before, but we can't do that because the deadlines can't keep up with you.
yeah.
I've heard about your spacey friends.
You're Stacey. She is a Stacey.
Kate,
For me, I agree. I think I expected it to be hard, but I think like living it is a whole other thing. As to Kenna's point, like I feel like you always kind of have to be locked in and like tuned into what's going on. Like it's never like, oh, I can zone out this class, because truly everything like does matter. Like every little like point on every little thing matters, which I didn't expect as much, but it's okay. The adjustment's been something, but I feel like if you give yourself enough of like a learning curve, it's doable, but definitely tough.
and you guys are natural sciences,
Yes.
bio or chem?
Bio or chem, still deciding. Stay tuned.
Bio. Chemistry is the worst ever.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
Journalism?
Journalism, like our
And
lovely Brooke.
what do you think? Harder or easier than you thought?
I think it's about what I expected, where I think the most difficult part is like, honestly, like the socialization aspect of journalism. It's a very like extroverted major, because that's where like the most stressful part of the workload is having like to reach out to people, talk to them, do interviews, network. Like that's like a lot of what journalism is, which I think is cool because that's like a very important life skill in general. And I don't know, it's one of those majors where it's like, it'll be chill, then you have like a really stressful week because you're working on this project, trying to schedule all these things, like editing, writing, doing all of this, where it's like, it'll be very intensive for like a short period of time. And then like the following week, you'll be back like in learning mode, because it is very much like we're being thrown into a new environment. So they do give us time to like adjust and teach us these skills, but it is stressful. And then you actually have to go and like apply them. And a lot of it, you're like learning on the fly, but it's something like I've really enjoyed and was like a lot more stressful at first. It is stressful now, but like, I'm glad I've been like thrown into these experiences, because then I feel like that's the best way to learn. And then you are a lot more comfortable, like in the long run, doing things that like might be harder for like the average person, especially when it comes to like being able to talk to people or like do these interviews and stuff, like with intimidating people. Like it's been really cool. But,
And
yeah.
I was the best interview that you did?
Oh, by far.
Thank you.
She's
Thank
seen those
you.
other scrubs. Yeah.
Thank you.
Not
Yeah,
to
those
flex,
government officials, nah, Rich got it, bro.
Not to flex, Ava, but
No.
she's never gotten the Medill F either.
No, I have not.
She's escaped.
What is that?
So far. Medill F is when it's if you make any like factual error on a project, like even if everything else was good, you get an automatic F, because they're very nitpicky about the information and sourcing and stuff, and they do like a very thorough checking of everything.
She's never done it.
Thank you.
Hands down, no second thoughts. First thing you think of, most enriching class you took this year?
I was in class, my bioethics class.
Bioethics.
Bioethics class in the philosophy department, because there's two bioethics classes. One's in like the global health, but the philosophy one I especially think was more interesting.
Kate?
I liked my second seminar that I took. It was about childhood and linguistics, and it was really cool.
Love it.
My journalism 2011 course that I took in the winter, which was writing and reporting, that was by far like very much like thrown into a lot of different situations. But like I said, like it was really cool and I got to learn a lot. So yeah.
Excellent. What about
Hit me, Rich.
Whoa.
dorm life? Favorite dorm experience?
Favorite dorm experience? Well, I live in the lovely Elder. If you know, you know. To our audience, it is not known as the most exciting dorm. I will tell you that. But me and my roommate, love her. Shout out Emma. We enjoyed ourselves. But okay, there's this funny story. I will explain the story. So she's a pitcher on our softball team, and she throws over 70 miles per hour. Slight plug. I'm plugging her right now. There's one time where I brought tangerines or cuties from the fuel bar or fuel station, whatever.
Wait, you mean like
that.
this one?
Yep. That.
Oh,
That's to our dorm. And we were just, this was like after an exam, so I was just messing around. Like, she was throwing like my stuff down at me, and I was just heading it back. We were just like having a messing around kind of like night. And then I started pitching this orange, and I pitched it against our door. I was like, oh, didn't explode or whatever. She pitched it, boom, explodes all over our room. It was like, gosh darn it. Yeah, but we just had a blast. It was a good old time. It was something
That's been
simple.
cleaned up since then, right?
Oh yeah, she's all moved out now. It's
To
quite sad.
our dorm people, we've cleaned it up.
Yes, sorry,
so-
elder.
Exploding fruit is
Exploding
a
fruit.
must do.
It's like you know that game where you do the
Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja. I just thought about that.
Like that's what it reminded me of. But I was really just wondering. But it's like I also threw the orange before her, so hers could have split because I did some damage. You know, it's like the pound.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
It was you.
literally.
Yeah.
Yours.
I live in Bob and McCulloch, and I love it. It is such a little social dorm. It's not the best dorm by any means. I mean, it is kind of just brick, but me and Claire, shout out Claire on lacrosse, made our room really homey, and it was really cute. We'd always have like everyone over when anyone wanted to hang out.
Most of the number of people you had in the room.
Honestly, like
Most people, like
people, like it was us and the lacrosse freshmen at one point.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was
So like close to 20.
That was a couple weeks ago.
It was like
Okay, TMI.
No. They have a class of 11. So we were all just hanging out. Like it was like the first week here, and we were just getting to know each other because we didn't really like know lacrosse, and there's so many of them.
There's so many.
Yeah.
And they're not all in one place. So the fact that they were all in one place was like, whoa, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Ava?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as we know in this room, we had some dorm complications in the fall. Ultimately ended up back in Slivka where it all started. And love it
Back
there.
to the roots.
It's great.
Yes.
Yes, Lisa's Cafe is the bomb. We go there all
The
the
little
time.
store.
Yes.
And that's what building is that at?
It's like part of Slivka. It's like the down store.
So you had the little
Really nice.
store that's open till like midnight
Yeah. Actually, like 2 in the morning.
in your building.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty sick.
It's like living above the 7-Eleven.
Basically.
Crazy.
Honestly,
Yeah, living the life. And my roommate that I'm now with, she's actually from Hong Kong and is like an exchange student and is double majoring in math and physics. Wants to work for either NASA or SpaceX as a cosmologist. Not totally sure what that is, but it sounds pretty cool. So she, for Chinese New Year, her like parents like shipped like legitimate like handmade like lanterns to like hang in our dorm and like got me one, and that was like a really wholesome experience. It was like culturally enriching, you know.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
really
it.
cool. And I shared my quesadillas from Slivka or from Lisa's Cafe and giving her some of our own American culture. Give her some Reese's candy.
What about
You
some
know?
Memphis ribs where you're from or something?
Oh my, you're right. Oh my god.
We've never gotten the ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've had
fair.
the
Barbecue.
Mardi Gras.
Right.
Yes.
Wait, that's
That's
another
good because your parents
That's
That was
another
good.
went to school in
good
Louisiana.
memory.
And she was
Yeah.
born there.
And I was born in Baton Rouge.
So
Baton Rouge.
Mardi
yeah.
Gras is good.
Yeah, so I shipped some.
That
My
had to
parents
be a
shipped
good memory.
some king
That has to be a
cakes
top 15.
Yes, and I brought it to the locker room and shared with the team. And everyone was trying to get the baby, the little baby that's inside the cake. It means you have like good luck for the rest of the year.
Some people
So-
stole the baby.
That was really close.
Some people just stole the baby.
Liv stole the baby.
Lives
And Megan. And Megan.
And Megan
I
stole
think Megan stole it. too.
Megan stole it.
I think
Baby's
it was
good luck
Megan.
though, I thought.
baby is good luck, but not if you steal it.
Oh. Well, the baby was stolen. Sadly.
You don't
Okay,
steal
moving on.
Okay.
After this, I do.
Favorite place to study on campus?
Either main library or Mud library. Mud is like, it's more of the social library and there's too many windows, so it's very distracting for me. But main, I like going in the tower because it just feels like you're just in your own little world. It's very quiet and it's a good old time. But Mud is also closer. So I would say in the winter, Mud is definitely the go-to. And then in the fall, I literally only went to Maine. I was in Maine so much. I haven't gone back to Maine as much. I'm really disappointed in myself. But
Library studier.
yeah, I'm a library gal.
Kate?
I also venture to Mud all the time. I love it. It is social. Like, you do get to meet a lot of people. I feel like we've met a lot of like new friends from the library.
And one of the most important things about finding a good study place is how social you can be there, apparently.
Obvious. Well, it's good for study breaks. Like, if I want to take a lap around the library, say hi, and then go back to studying, I do that. I like the little nook section. If you know, you know. There's all these little nooks put up.
Kate's nook.
Walk in. And then I really like in the athletics building, the atrium near all the windows.
I agree.
Right outside the field house.
Yes.
I really like studying there. So those are my two.
That overlooks the beach.
Mhm. It's
Nice.
scenic and quiet. It's nice.
Yeah.
Ava?
Well, as it's warmed up, I've been sitting like actually on the beach more, which is also a really nice way to like switch it up and like be outside. Especially you check the UV before you study. That's really important, clearly. So
Sunblock.
yeah, yeah.
Sunblock.
Actually, you're talking to 3 people.
And
Sunblock.
you don't want sand in your books.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I don't use books anymore. If I'm being so honest, I just like
You don't want
computer.
sand in your
I use my
computer.
computer. I can't read.
Wait, we did invest in iPads. Me and Kate
Yes.
did invest in iPads.
No
Yeah,
sand
I
in your
also have
iPad.
an
Since
iPad.
like this quarter. This quarter has been like the first time.
Yeah.
We've become iPad kids.
Really
Yes.
exclusively use iPad/computer.
My friend called me
Yeah.
last night and she said you were such an iPad.
Yeah,
except
because I
for
was wrong.
yeah, except Proyecto for Spanish. I forgot to
Yeah.
burn it last night. I was over it. I
Yeah,
meant to bring it to the bonfire.
Kate, we're going to lose you.
we're about to lose.
You're heading to the concert.
I have
Yes.
so much fun.
Your parting question is,
Ooh.
I guess, what would be kind of your top 2 or 3 memories of the year in general?
Top 2 or 3.
Good question.
Let me think. Okay, I think the first one, I'll go in like chronological order, I guess, was what was it? We had this like spike ball tournament when we first got here
Last summer,
last summer
on the beach.
on the beach. We loved it. We did it with men's soccer. It was just a really good way to like get to know everyone, and it was during sunset, and it was just really pretty and really fun, stress free. Just like
First memory, spike ball on the beach.
Spike ball.
Second memory.
Second one, just season as a whole. I really appreciated the season. I think it taught me a lot, both like in and out of soccer, and I'm really grateful to have experienced it as a whole.
And you're coming back for another one.
And I will be back, everyone. Yeah.
Nice. Third one?
Third one, what happened in the winter or spring? I really liked Dillo Day. I thought the concert was really fun.
Yeah, just the concert.
Just
was
the
really
concert.
fun.
No,
Nothing
it was so interesting. It's like, there's like the space which they had Dillo Day, which is behind the stadium.
Mhm.
I didn't realize how many people could fit on that field.
Yeah, it
They
was
made
really
the space
impressive,
a lot
yeah.
bigger than I thought it could be. And it was just really cool to have Natasha Bedingfield. I mean, I like her songs, so that was a good memory. And like to share it with the team. That
Great.
was really fun.
Dillo Day, for those that don't know, is just a weekend in May where they have a lot of fun at Northwestern, and it's culminated with a day-long concert.
Yes, many performers throughout the
Many
day.
performers right on the field out here.
Yep, and it's really fun
It was really
with your
fun.
friends. So I would recommend. Okay.
Great. Now go have another memory tonight.
I'm going to go see another concert.
We'll come back with a
Yeah.
report from the concert.
I'll do a recap.
Yes,
And
recap.
next week's episode, Kendrick and SZA will be joining us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Ava?
Oh, my turn. One that always really stands out to me for the fall is actually my birthday. First collegiate celebrated birthday here.
What
In the
day is your
fall.
birthday, just so we know?
September 3rd, so Labor Day weekend.
September
Yeah.
3rd, send Ava a card, please.
Yes. Yes, we'll have a special birthday episode.
Yes, we
I'll
will.
wear a hat. Of a cake. Yeah. I don't even talk to the camera. It's just me celebrating my birthday. But yes, September 3rd. I think this also fell on a week when we had I think we had a break this week. I think this was actually like an off week, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because I think my birthday was a little later in the week or something. But we went to the Lincoln Park Zoo on my birthday. We trained there, like me and the rest of my class, and it was a really nice day. Went to the zoo. It's a free zoo, and it was just like very nice too. They had all the good animals. What they had lions, penguins, Do you remember what other
Monkeys, I think?
monkeys? A lot more. That
It
we're
was
not
really
thinking
cool.
of.
Like it was so cool.
It was actually really, and it was very like wholesome activity that I think we all had a good time.
I want to go back.
Lincoln
No.
Park Zoo, shout out.
Yes. And
Memory
then-
number 2.
Yes. Afterwards, we were starving too. We got pizza from somewhere, and we took it on the train. The pizza
Yeah.
was so
It
good.
was really good.
And then we got back. I think we went on the island. I think we had some sort of bonfire
Yeah.
thing, and I got a cake, and that was my birthday, and it was really good.
Memory
It was a
number
really
2.
good birthday. Memory number 2. I'm thinking right now I am in the midst of an injury, unfortunately. Update Our Whiskers podcast. I sprained my MCL early on in the spring, which really sucked. And I mean, still sucks, but I think that's something I learned a lot in the fall. And this has been another challenge that has taught me a lot. And I think just finding ways to still appreciate life and being an athlete when you are hurt is really important, because when you do center so much of your life around being an athlete in your sport, being hurt can actually be a good chance to remember that's not all your life is, and also not making yourself miserable when you're hurt, which I've done in the past, where it's oh, I'm hurt, I can't play soccer, what's the point, that sucks. So it's been a really good opportunity to try to reframe my mindset and be positive and get as much out of being hurt as I can, and still also finding ways to be involved with the team when you can't actually play the sport that's part of the team,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're going to move on to favorite mode of transportation.
Mine's clear answer
This
for
is
me.
actually such a funny story
go
for both of us.
Yeah.
So we're the 2 people probably on the entire team that have not been allowed to drive mopeds.
By
Everyone.
who hasn't allowed you?
Everyone.
I'm doing it.
She's learning.
I'm doing it.
People
I'm
won't
learning
loan
right
them to you, or your parents won't let you, or
Honestly, it is a bit of self-awareness where I'm just people
So,
can drive me around,
Yeah, I've just never been given the opportunity. And people have given me the moped. I just haven't taken it. I'm good.
Yeah.
so
but
are
I'm-
you walking, scootering, biking?
So this
Newly
is funny.
converted, yeah.
I newly just got. I'm borrowing a scooter. So Kira got a scooter last quarter. Kira's one of our sophomores. She has a moped.
Shout out Wagner's.
Shout out Kira Wagner. But she has a scooter that she doesn't use. So I was just like, hey, can I borrow a scooter? She's like, yeah, go ahead. So I just borrow her scooter from time to time. But I don't take it to class. I only take it if I'm going to Target, if I need to go do a quick ride. Sometimes Ava and I just honestly just ride around on the scooter. I literally the other day was like, Ava, do you just want to go and ride on the scooter? She's just like, yeah.
It's a great
She
time.
just rode
too.
on the
You share one, or are you 2 different scooters?
She has her own scooter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we both have our
So when you go to class, you're walking.
Yeah, I walk, and then I just walk by the lake, and that would be one of my top memories, is just being able to walk by the lake,
Yeah.
see the sunset. Sunset's nice. Sometimes go to the top of the parking lot, see the sunset then. Sometimes with people, sometimes alone, and sometimes just a good walk. Walking's good for the soul. Good for
Shout
the
out
mind,
Lake
good
Michigan.
For the body. Yeah, good for everything.
Ava, you're a scooter person.
I am. I've been a scooter person for a while, actually. I got Kenna to hop on the.
She did. She
On
got
the-
me to hop on the
I was
train.
gonna say hop on the train, but
Yeah.
hop on the scooter.
Hop on the scooter.
Yeah. Also, just with my class situation, being a journalism major, a lot of my classes are on South Campus. So, on top of my load as an athlete, I tried for a while. Just was not realistic to be walking there all the time. So the scooter was kind of a necessity, and has really been a blessing, in the long run. Scooter's awesome. I love scooter life.
I love it.
So,
Next topic.
Yeah.
Favorite local spot in Evanston?
Okay, so we have this frozen yogurt place that's really good.
Called?
What is it called?
Coco Mary.
Coco Mary.
That might be
In Evanston or Wilmette?
It's in Wilmette. Wilmette. and
Shout out
then-
Coco Mary, NIL, sponsorships available.
Oh no.
Yeah, second.
That's in Evanston.
It's in Evanston, downtown Evanston right there. Also so good. Okay.
Yeah.
So good.
How about
They
a
also
favorite,
do
Are you coffee, tea drinker?
I like tea. I'll go, coffee. I think for me is more of a social. I don't need it, but if I'm go to coffee or something, then I'll get it.
Favorite
First-
coffee spot?
Or not couple of back. I've never been to couple.
Backlot's really good.
Backlot's on
Capital's really
Central
good.
Avenue
Yes.
by the football.
Yes.
Stadium.
I was just at Capital
Ava?
right before this. Capital is really good, but I think a spot that's a little bit underrated is Coffee Lab. Just also because it's so close.
On
to here.
Noise.
Yes. Coffee Lab is really good. They have really good matcha, really good lattes, and they have like a good variety of food as well. And it's just like a good study spot. To be fair, I also got like $100 gift card there at the beginning of the year, so I might be a little biased. But I think they have like a really like good like unique variety of stuff there. And it's close by, very walkable. So
Awesome. Prediction. Well, let's talk summer. Some of your big summer plans?
Big summer plans? Well, so we're only home for 3.5 weeks. Ava unfortunately only gets 1 week, but I'm home for 3.5 weeks, which is when I actually did the Google thing. It's 25 days specifically. So I'm home for 25 days. So there's only so much you can do in 25 days. But I'm hoping I may go to Disneyland with some of my friends for a day, which because I haven't been to Disneyland for like a while now. So I may go to Disneyland. Me and my family are going to go up to LA and do the whole Warner Brothers. Like my parents, so I'm from San Diego. My parents have never done like the whole Hollywood sign like thing. And I've never really done.
No way.
I've never really done like Warner Brothers Studios. So I was just like, and they did it because my cousin works in Hollywood. Like he works in like a lot of production and Hollywood stuff. So he invited like my family up there like a few months back. And obviously I've been here. And I was like, how come we've never done this? Like we've never done this. My cousin has lived in like, worked in Hollywood for ages now. We've never done this. So we're going to go up for one day and have a big family thing and like explore LA, do Hollywood sign, and because like also I feel like it's not something you do when you live in like Southern California. Like it's such a touristy thing to do.
You almost forget about it probably.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to like do the whole Warner Brothers thing, which will be really exciting. And then also my grandma's coming down. So
that's really
fun.
That'll be an action-packed
Yeah.
25 days. And then back here mid-July to get cranking.
Yeah. Yep.
Ava?
Yeah. Well,
1 week.
Yeah, like Kenna mentioned, I will be up here for rehab for a lot of the summer, which there's worse places to be. I will find ways to keep myself busy for sure. Right now, I'm actually looking for recommendations of things to do, like good, like little solo events around here. So, Rich, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I've been told things like going to the Art Institute and like they have a really good study area because I will be taking a summer class online too. So I'll have to keep me busy. I plan on going on a lot of walks, really just like exploring the Evanston area because I feel like it's very easy to get caught in like this bubble on campus, which are awesome, but I also know there's more than like the mile that I'm used to just treading over and over again. I also have a lot of family on my dad's side, like locally around here that I have really only gotten the chance to connect with like since I've been at Northwestern, like in Bartlett and even in Naperville. I found out my grandpa's twin brother is in Naperville, so I'll be visiting him. And Brooke, wait till I show up at your doorstep. It's coming. You know what? Megan Norkin could even get a shout out. She's another Napervillian.
Yes, she is.
Napervillian. Villain. Yeah.
She is.
Yeah. So I will also be making my way around Evanston, Chicago, Naperville, Bartlett, all these places.
Well,
so,
sure.
Yeah.
And what do we think about next fall? What are some of the things soccer-wise we're looking forward to?
It's crazy how fast like this year's gone. So it's crazy to think that we're already back to like preseason again and like starting again. I'm looking forward to one, like we have new people coming in, so it should be fun. It's always fun to like meet new people and then bring new people into like the wonderful that is Northwestern and Northwestern athletics and Northwestern women's soccer. So I think that's fun. I think there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of things we can accomplish this year. So it's getting to work so that we can have a good year.
I agree. I agree with everything Kenna said. So I'm trying to think of a different point and something I'm really interested to see because freshman year is like such a blur and it's all new experiences and you're like truly, especially being a fall sport, just being thrown into everything, so I'm really interested now, like with this year, like, behind us in the backseat, like after we've had all these lessons. And I feel like obviously like matured as players, but also like, at least for me, I feel like I've mentally like matured and grown so much. And I know that contributes a lot on the field, like, especially in ways that you don't always realize. So I'm really interested to see like, we're not just me, but also the rest of the freshman class in the team, like just where we're at when fall comes, which I think we'll be in a good place. So I'm really interested to see like just how much growth has happened this last year because it can be hard to tell till you're really back in the fall, So.
Okay. Well, we'll be back soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Round 2 for these ladies is going to be a great one.
Maybe
Don't miss
Brooke
it.
will be back at some point.
Brooke will be back. We'll have
Okay.
We'll have to bring all the forces together.
Love you, Brooke.
Okay.
Love you, Brooke.
Well,
It's weird.
any parting shots? We want to say thanks for joining us. R.I.P. Kate. She left for the concert. Kennedy and Ava. Thank you guys.
Thanks for
Oh,
having
yeah,
us.
thanks for
Okay.
having us. Good time.
Always a pleasure.
There you go. I was like, what else were you gonna say?
I was like,
Always a.
oh yeah, I was like, always delighted. But I was like, that didn't sound.
So we'll say
Always
ciao.
for sure.
Adios. We got A's in
Adios. Yes, I
Spanish.
was saying, wait,
How
I
do you
can't
even
think
end,
of
Jake?
it.
Dave and I got A's in Spanish.
Yes, you did. You did.
Apparently, you didn't know how to say goodbye.
No, I was trying to think of like another way to say goodbye besides
Hasta
ciao and
luego.
adios. Hasta luego.
Nos vemos.
Hasta luego.
Nos vemos.
Okay, ciao.
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 Bye.